it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to finally do her how many releases do you wish video for August. I've been avoiding filming this because it takes so much time between filming and editing, but your girl is here. I'm here to do it, and I've really wanted to do it at least for a year to see truly how many releases these brands are doing each year. I've started to tally up all of the releases, so at the end you'll see all the releases for the brands thus far, and every time I mention a new brand or I mention a new release, you'll see the number scrolling under the picture. I always have the picture on top and the number on the bottom. If you're wondering what's going on with my face, I did film it. It's my second look in my 3 Looks 1 palette for my Lime Crime Venus 2 XL2. And yeah, let's just scoot over. I'll put it on top of the lovely collection that I have going on, and let's get to it. One of the first, I think I can do a little bit more. Okay, one of the first things that Trend Move posted was that the Fenty hydrating foundation released on, and it released on August 15th. This is something that I am interested in picking up. I just have not done it because I have too many products. She also released, in the same release, she did her hydrating primer and she did a foundation brush. ColourPop released their strawberry collection, which came out with an eyeshadow palette, blush sticks, blush powder, like powder blushes, the Jelly Much eyeshadows, the ultra glossy lips, and some skincare benefits from their one of their other sister brands. MAC officially released their what is this called, the Love Me lipstick range, which was debuted with the Mary J. Blige lipstick. Viseart released their Neutral Mattes palette. This is the second one, and it's in Milieu, something like that. So that one released. Kylie released her birthday collection, which I still unfortunately want that eyeshadow palette, but I refuse to buy it because of the meaning and the price. Pure released their collaboration with Barbie, which was for the 60th anniversary. It had an eyeshadow palette, lipsticks, lip glosses, a highlighter palette, which is really just a single pan with 3 highlighters in it, eyelashes, a brush, and a peel-off mask. Caladios Cosmetics released their 2 new palettes that were limited edition in the neon and electro turquoise. Both very, very pretty. I actually did a dupes video. I'll have that linked up in the cards. Revolution released 2 new products. Well, in this release, it was the Conceal and Hydrate, both foundation and primer. BH Cosmetics released loose setting powders, both in translucent and then specifically under eye brightening powders, which are in fair, light, medium, and deep. Sigma released their Enchanted palette, and I did a video on that, so I will link that up in the cards. Natasha Denona released her Coral palette. Melt released their Undertone Nudes collection, which had 5 different liquid lipsticks, all based on different undertones. So one was in golden, fawn, ginger, chestnut, and ebony. ABH released their Luminous foundation in 50 shades. She also released her powder and a brush. She had 5 different shades in the powder and 1 brush. I think it's a powder brush to go along with that. Lime Crime released their Vivid Venus palette. Elixir released their lip products, which they call lip vinyls, which appear to be like lip glosses that are super pigmented. Jackie Aina released her collaboration with ABH. That seems like such a long time ago. Oh my gosh. Okay. Milk released their Flex foundation stick and Flex highlighters. They had 4 or 5 shades in the Flex highlighter, and they had 36 shades in the foundation. Morphe and Jeffree Star released their second round collaboration. KKW Beauty released her matte smoke palette and her matte cocoa palette, along with the cocoa liners, the smoke liners, and then the lip products to go along with that collection. Both lip liners, lip glosses, or lipsticks, and I think there are lip glosses as well in that collection. The collaboration that I talked about recently with the Morphe, this was the one that was only the eyeshadow palette and the brushes and the sponges and the spray, just to kind of clarify that a little bit more. NYX released Lip Lingerie Push Up Long Lasting Lipsticks. They released what looks to be about 10 or 12 shades. Ofra released some more products in their Rodeo Drive collection, where they have a shimmering body mist, a primer, a lip gloss, and then the whole kit and caboodle in a set. Persona Cosmetics released her Identity 2 eyeshadow palette, which has 12 shades for $42. Il Makiage released their collaboration with Carly Bible, which had lipsticks, lip glosses, and lip liners. Fenty released her brow pencil range, which she had 14 different shades. ColourPop released, from their sister brand, they released the Glow Oil in 4 different shades. Beauty Bakerie released their concealer in 18 shades. Violet Voss released both their Coral and their Vibes palette. The Coral palette is $30. The Coral palette is $42. The Vibes palette was $30. Kevyn Aucoin released his foundation balm, which he came out with in 20 shades, which is $52 each. Sugar Pill released a limited edition eyeshadow palette for $28, and you got 9 shades in that palette, all matte. ELF released their Opposites Attract collection, and they released a new shade, which is in Earth and Ocean. ColourPop released their Rainbow collection, where they had a Z palette full of singles, which were rainbows. They had some of their serums from their skincare brand. They have eyeliners, mascaras, brushes, and then they also had some Super Shock shadows as well. Smashbox released 2 new eyeshadow palettes, one in denim, the other one in desert. Marc Jacobs released his limited edition collection. It looked to be 5 sequins, 4 lip glosses, and 1 highlighter. I believe this was actually his holiday release as well. That was just released super early. Kaja released an eyeliner and an eyeliner stamp. Juno & Co. released a setting powder and brush. Lemonhead released a new collection in Euphoria. I guess it's like a collaboration or inspired by. And it looked to have had about 9 to 10 glitters based on that collaboration, if you will. BH Cosmetics released their Virgo palette. Benefit released their concealer. It's their new Buoyant Cakeless Concealer, which apparently they've repackaged multiple times. I just lost my place. Give me 1 second. Lawless released a bronzer, some lip slip glosses as well. Only one shade for the bronzer. Or no. Yeah, one shade for the bronzer, 6 shades for the lip gloss. Oh wait, no, there's 2 shades for the bronzer. I'm sorry. 2 shades for the bronzer and 6 shades for the lip gloss. Colored Raine came out with their Power Collection, where they had 4 blush duos, 1 eyeshadow palette, looks to be 3 lip glosses, 4 glitter eyeliners, and 3 lipsticks. Too Faced came out with their extension to the Tutti Frutti collection with the Watermelon palette and lip glosses, along with their Hangover RX spray, of course. Besame collaborated with Sleeping Beauty to create an eyeshadow palette, a blush palette, a translucent setting powder, a lip balm, and some lipsticks as well. A new brand released, Florence by Mills, and it came out with some very natural face product situation, like a mist, gel pads, and some other really kind of natural makeup looking things. BH Cosmetics released their Take Me to Ibiza palette. Anastasia released their Norvina Volume 1 collection palette. Fenty released some new matchstick colors. It looks to be 5 colors. Benefit released the 2 new highlighters, one in Cookie, the other one in Tickle. Those were originally in the holiday palettes from last year. ColourPop revealed and released their Peach collection, which had an eyeshadow palette, 3 powder blushes, 2 lip tints, 1 lip balm, 1 lip scrub, a mascara, and 3 Super Shock shadows. Milani extended their range in their foundation, adding 16 shades, bringing it to a grand total of 45 shades in total. Charlotte Tilbury released her Airbrush Flawless Foundation, which came out in 44 shades, and it's $44 each. Natasha Denona came out with her I Need a Nude collection, which is just a bunch of lipsticks. Too Faced came out with their Palms Springs Dreams collection, which has the eyeshadow palette, the mascara, and then the Hangover RX spray in a new scent. Jeffree Star also extended his second collaboration, kind of coming out with a third collaboration where they did lip products as well. Chantecaille released their kind of collaboration that they do every year with animals. So they have the eyeshadow shades, the lip veils, the cheek gelées, and the eyeshadow brushes. Every time you buy something that has like the animal on it, they donate money towards that animal for protecting it in whatever country it's predominantly found. Ooh, child, I need something to drink. I have talked up a storm. Okay. We're getting towards the end. I'm in August 26th on Trend Mood. Pat McGrath released her mini Ecstasy eyeshadow palettes. She released 2 different eyeshadow palettes. They're both $28. They're all shimmer. ColourPop released their exclusive for Ulta for the fall. It's the X's and O's palette, which has an eyeshadow palette and 4 liquid lipsticks. I'm gonna try and finish this up before my battery dies, if at all possible. Juvia's Place released their Warrior 3 eyeshadow palette, which is very, very colorful. A lot of people have done videos on that, in case you are wondering. Nomad Cosmetics released their 2 mini palettes based on Italy. One is in Lake Como, the other one is in Tuscany. I really want both of them actually, but I'm leaning more towards the green blue one. And that is it. Those are all the releases that we have. I'm going to stay over in this corner so you guys can see a full listing of how many items have been released from whatever brand thus far in the year. Since I am doing this for August, that'll be 8 months of releases tallied up. Last time I checked, ColourPop was winning. I don't see that anybody beat ColourPop, but I know BH Cosmetics came out with a good amount of stuff. So it's interesting to always see who wins, who doesn't. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on these brands over here, talking about how many releases they've done thus far and whether you think they truly should have been doing this many releases. And yeah, I can't wait to do at the end of the year to wrap it up and kind of do my concluding thoughts on how many releases are really being churned out from these brands. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.